welcome to Seasons Change. If you're new here, my name is Luann and I'm so glad that you stopped by. Well, if you hate putting your groceries away, you might want to stick around because on top of sharing my weekly haul with you, I'm also going to share a few tips that I use to get all of this stuff put away, and I'll even throw in a little pantry tour. So let's jump right in. I had an 8 a.m. Walmart grocery pickup. Then I went on to Sam's and then ended at Aldi's, and I thought I'd just show you real quick what I got. So here is in the first section is what I got from Sam's. I was bad, but I couldn't help myself this time. I was very hungry. I got the 32 count of Twinkies and Ding Dongs. I also got the case of cream of mushroom soup, a 2-pack of A1 sauce, and a 2-pack of the Olive Garden Italian dressing. Those two are mainly for my husband. He absolutely loves those. And then I got a 12-pack of Diet Coke. Actually, that Diet Coke is from Walmart. Sorry about that. Okay, so back to Sam's. I got my Driscoll strawberries and blueberries, and then a 2-pack of Mrs. Baird's, which is a Texas bread. I will be putting those in the freezer. If y'all have never frozen your bread, it thaws out perfectly. You would never know that it was frozen. Okay, so those right there, that's all that I got from Sam's. And now we'll move on to Walmart. I got a 1/2 gallon of whole milk and some fettuccine noodles. I'm gonna make some crab Alfredo this week. Another thing of the coconut creamer by Coffee Mate. That's for my son. Also for my son is the Clean and Clear Essentials Foaming Face Wash. And then some Taco Bell mild sauce. If y'all haven't tried this and you love the Taco Bell sauce, this is it. It is identical to what you get in the packets. Okay, I also got some Daisy sour cream, some grape tomatoes, more tortillas. This is the 20 count. Some fresh bananas, chamomile tea, because I don't know about you, I think a lot of us may be having some trouble sleeping lately. My Chobani whole milk Greek yogurt. Some cornstarch I was out of, and I buy the big containers because when I bread anything, I like to add some cornstarch to it. It makes the flat, whatever you're using to dip it in or dredge it in, it just sticks a whole lot better. And then down there I have the breakfast blend Maxwell House. That's my coffee that I like. Okay, I think that's it for Walmart. Now moving on to Aldi's. We have our Clancy's Wavy Potato Chips, some whipped cream back there for the strawberries and blueberries. I also have some more maple syrup, and this is a staple. We get our peanut butter granola bars, and we also buy the chocolate chip dipped, but I had plenty of those, so I just bought another pack of the peanut butter. And then I have some pork chops, a 2-pack there. Let's see, that's upside down, but it's $4.28 and $4.73, and they're pretty thick, so I'm gonna give those a try. 2 packs of cream cheese because I use cream cheese to make my Alfredo sauce. Some sticks of butter, basmati rice, and then 2 of these. This is also from Walmart too, I think. Yes, I got this from Walmart. It is the imitation crab, 2 packs of those, 1 to freeze and 1 to use in a recipe this week. And then some more chocolate chips. I put these in everything. I make banana cookies with oatmeal, bananas, and chocolate chips. If you want to see the recipe for that, I'll link it up above. Also, let's see, last night I made a taco lasagna, and that will be the recipe for next week's recipe video. Every Monday morning I post a recipe video, and I'm gonna make some country gravy and Salisbury steaks with the mushroom soup that I was out of. Let's see, with the pork chops, I'm gonna make some ranch pork chops. And then of course the crab Alfredo. And I can't remember what else, but those are a few of the dinners that are on the list this week. Okay, so that's gonna do it for the haul. Now let's get it all put away. In a previous video of mine that I'll link up above, I went over a little bit about how I reset my kitchen every week. I basically clean out the refrigerator, rotate all the food, and get ready for my weekly haul. Cleaning out the refrigerator and resetting the kitchen also helps me form my grocery list. Another system that I live by that always ensures that we're eating the freshest food is the first in, first out rule. As you see here, I'm laying my existing eggs on the counter and putting the new on the bottom. That way, the first eggs that went in are eaten first. Same thing here, dumping the existing chips in the bowl, the new on the bottom, and the old goes on top. Having a few systems in place to extend the freshness of your groceries and just being aware of what you have in your pantry, I believe is going to have a big effect on the total of your grocery bill. Once these systems are developed, it really becomes second nature, and the benefits are really worth it. One way that I try to keep my items fresher longer is to transfer them from the boxes and bags into an airtight container. And transferring your food to airtight containers doesn't have to involve a huge investment. I just reuse a lot of the jars that I get from my groceries. Now it's time to work on this tea drawer. I've really been meaning to get in here and get this organized. There's some teas that we just didn't like the peppermint tea. We just didn't care much for that, so I can go ahead and get rid of it and refill the slot with the tea that we do enjoy. This brand of chamomile tea comes in one big pouch instead of individually wrapped, so I'm also needing to figure out a way to fit the whole box in this drawer. Okay, so that whole section is Earl Grey. This one is just a mix. We have some chai tea, butterscotch, my lemon ginger, and green tea in the other. Here's some of the mix-ins, a half and half tea that you put in your water bottles. This is some black chocolate tea from the Spice and Tea Exchange. And there's a few other tea and drink related items that I like to keep in this drawer. That's a neat little contraption that I have. I can put my ginger or some loose tea in it and then just stir my drink with it. So this is it. This is all of our active drinks. And I call it active because I have another pantry that you'll see later that I put all of my backup in. So let's move on and start putting up some more of this food. Here's a little tour of my active food pantry. I have all of my rices in one bin. This is my instant mashed potatoes for when I don't have a whole lot of time to make from scratch. And then this last container here is filled with all of my gravy mixes. Behind the next cabinet door, we have some Quaker instant, let's see, I think that's maple and brown sugar instant oatmeal. It's hard to do this with one hand. This container is all of our fast food and takeout condiments that we hold on to. Some Nutella, and then I buy the big jars of peanut butter from Sam's, so this is a 48 ounce. I also get my honey from Sam's. Now on the shelf above all that, we have some soups, refried beans, manwich and tuna, a couple chilies, and then here are my beef broths. And in this first bin, I have all of my cream of whatever soups, the cream of mushrooms, cream of chicken, and then we finished that shelf with chicken broth. I don't have a tomato sauce right now, but usually I keep my pasta sauces there. I don't do a lot of canned vegetables. If I do, it's just going to be like the yams, and I love those whole beets. And then the rest is like the rotel and diced tomatoes. And then here we get into the syrups. And this is a pasta that I make every now and then from Aldi's. And then of course my pancake mix. Okay, so that's what's behind the first two cabinet doors. Mainly just ingredients and a few side dishes. And behind this third door is where I keep all of the snacks. I still had a few items left that needed to be put into some airtight containers and rotated out. When planning my week, I usually set one full day aside just dedicated to food. This is when I do my grocery shopping, my meal planning, all of this food rotation. It doesn't necessarily take all day to do all of this, but it sure does relieve a lot of overwhelm and stress when I know that I've set aside a whole day that's totally dedicated to all things food. Okay, so we have the trail mix and some fresh almonds right beside of the Twinkies and the Ding Dongs. So, healthy with a little bit of a splurge. On this next shelf, I usually keep the salty items. There's some saltine crackers that are open, some, I guess, Ritz crackers, a little bit of Chex Mix. And then up here, I have some peanut butter filled pretzels, the vanilla almond cereal from Aldi's, and then the Clancy's potato chips from Aldi's. And in this last cabinet is where I keep all of my dry ingredients. So there's the old-fashioned oats and rice on the top shelf. This is like my sliced almonds, my cranberries, some low-carb breadcrumbs, silicone pouches, and then down on the bottom shelf are my larger jars with raisins, let's see, croutons, and behind there is the non-dairy coffee creamer and some popcorn. Behind the raisins, I have minute rice, which I don't use very often. That's the extra rice I had this week. And then behind the pinto beans is almond flour. I have some chia seeds, coconut flour, and then you see my sugar shaker there. And that's it. These are the items that I use on a daily or weekly basis, and like I said, I have another larger pantry in my dining room that I put the bulk items in, and I just try to keep this one a little bit at the minimum, no more than what you see here now, and just pull from there. And then of course I leave this out on the counter. This is where usually you're going to see the healthier snacks, but I don't know what's up with me. You'll notice I had a huge sweet tooth this week because we're just overflowing with sweets. But there's my granola bars, the leftover Oreos. That's a new pastry that we're trying from Aldi's and everybody loves it. There's some chocolate. And these right here, these caramel stroops, these are wonderful. If you haven't tried them, I really recommend them. And as if that wasn't enough, here is something else that I made this week, and that is the chocolate chip cake mix bars. And if you'd like the recipe for that, I did a video on it that I'll link up above. And it gets even worse. Busted. Yes, I had donuts today. So yeah, I definitely have a sweet tooth problem going on this week. So now I'm going to take all these leftover items and I'm going to put them in that backup pantry. It's right over there in my dining room. And that's going to be a future video because due to the quarantine and everything else that's been going on in the world, I am definitely on overflow right now. So now I'm just going to go ahead and finish getting this kitchen wiped down and tackle a few dishes that I have in the sink. And I just want to thank y'all so much for stopping by today. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I invite you to do so now by hitting that big red subscribe button below. And if this video motivated you or you learned some new helpful tips, let me know by hitting that like button. I absolutely love chatting with y'all in the comments, so if this is something that you're already doing in your home, or if you have some tips that you can share with me, please let me know in the comments. In the meantime, try to stay motivated, cherish that family, and love your home the best that you can. I'll see you next time. Bye!